Have you ever walked into a room and suddenly forgotten why you went there? Or struggled to find a word that usually comes easily? In moments like those, it's easy to jump to the worst-case scenario and worry that your brain is failing. But modern neuroscience has uncovered something incredible. Your brain doesn't stop changing when you retire, and you can actively build new neural connections at any age. In this video, we're counting down 5 immersive hobbies that researchers prove build cognitive reserve, a mental backup system that keeps your mind sharp, flexible, and resilient. And wait until you see number 1. It isn't crossword puzzles or Sudoku. It's a commonly overlooked activity that challenges almost every major cognitive system in the brain at the exact same time. Let's get started.
There's a common myth that after 60, your brain simply starts winding down, like an old car with too many miles. But that's not what neuroscience tells us. Your brain is remarkably adaptable.
Scientists call this neuroplasticity, the brain's lifelong ability to create new connections and strengthen existing ones.
According to groundbreaking research commissioned by The Lancet, one of the world's oldest and most prestigious medical journals, up to 45% of dementia cases may be delayed or potentially prevented by addressing modifiable risk factors throughout life. That's not a guarantee, but it is an incredible reminder that our daily choices matter. Up to 45%.
This means that every proactive step you take today, like picking up an immersive hobby, isn't just for fun. It's a vital approach to protecting your brain and making a world of difference for your future. Coming in at number 5 is a hobby that many people already enjoy, but few realize just how powerful it can be for the brain: gardening. At first glance, it might seem like you're just pulling weeds or planting flowers, but every time you step into your garden, your brain is getting a surprisingly complete workout. Think about everything that's happening. You're deciding what to plant, remembering where different flowers or vegetables are growing, monitoring how they're doing, solving problems when something isn't thriving, and planning what to do next. Those small decisions constantly engage memory, attention, and executive function, the mental skills that help you plan, organize, and adapt. And the research is impressive. A large study involving more than 136,000 adults found that people who gardened regularly had about a 28% lower risk of cognitive decline compared with those who didn't. But gardening benefits your brain in another important way. It helps lower cortisol, your body's primary stress hormone. When stress stays high for long periods, it can damage the hippocampus, the part of the brain that's essential for learning and memory. Scientists have found that chronic stress is associated with shrinkage of this critical memory center. Gardening naturally slows you down. As you dig, water, prune, and watch something grow, your attention shifts away from worries and back to the present moment. That sense of calm doesn't just feel good, it helps create an environment where your brain can function at its best. The beauty of gardening is that it doesn't require a large backyard. A few herbs on a windowsill, a small raised bed, or even a collection of potted flowers on a patio can provide many of the same cognitive benefits. So if you've been looking for a hobby that's relaxing, purposeful, and backed by science, gardening is an excellent place to start. You're not just growing plants, you may be helping your brain stay stronger for years to come.
Coming in at number 4 is a hobby that gives your brain one of the most complete workouts imaginable: learning a musical instrument. Think about what's happening as you learn even a simple song. Your eyes follow the music, your ears listen for the right notes, your hands coordinate precise movements, and your memory keeps track of what comes next. Few hobbies challenge so many parts of the brain at the same time. What's especially remarkable is that music often remains meaningful even for people living with dementia. Some individuals who struggle to recognize loved ones can still remember songs they learned decades earlier, a powerful reminder of how deeply music is connected to the brain. Research continues to support these benefits. A 2022 review published in The Lancet Healthy Longevity found that music-based interventions significantly reduced behavioral and psychological symptoms in people living with dementia. The best part? You don't have to become a great musician. Whether it's a harmonica, ukulele, keyboard, or guitar, every new song you learn is another way to challenge your mind, stay engaged, and keep those mental gears turning.
Coming in at number 3 is a hobby that keeps your brain thinking several moves ahead, playing strategic games. Whether you're planning your next move in chess, enjoying a game of bridge, matching tiles in mahjong, or trying to outscore a friend in Scrabble, your brain is constantly analyzing, remembering, solving problems, and adapting to new situations. Every game becomes a workout for your memory, attention, and decision-making skills. Researchers believe that regularly challenging your brain this way helps strengthen your cognitive reserve, giving your mind more flexibility to adapt as you age. The good news is that you don't have to spend hours doing it. Studies suggest that people who regularly engage in mentally stimulating activities tend to experience slower memory decline, regardless of their education level. Even 15 minutes a day can make a difference. Every chess move you plan, every bridge hand you play, and every Scrabble word you create is another opportunity to sharpen your thinking, strengthen your focus, and keep your mind engaged for years to come.
Now we're down to our top 2, and this next immersive hobby is one many people underestimate: creative visual arts. Whether you're painting a landscape, sketching a flower, or capturing the perfect photograph, your brain is doing far more than creating something beautiful. You're studying light and shadow, noticing tiny details, judging distance and perspective, and deciding what deserves your attention. Few hobbies train your eyes and your brain to work together so closely.
If you are enjoying these tips so far, please hit the like button. It really helps the YouTube algorithm get this information to more people who are navigating retirement right now.
And now we've reached the hobby that may have the greatest impact of them all: journaling. At first, it might seem almost too simple. After all, how could putting words on paper help protect your brain? It's because every time you write, you're doing far more than recording your thoughts. You're recalling memories, organizing ideas, choosing the right words, processing emotions, and making sense of your experiences. Few hobbies engage so many different parts of the brain at once. One of the most effective techniques is something called narrative recall. At the end of each day, challenge yourself to write about what happened using at least 3 specific details. This simple habit strengthens the connection between memory and language, while helping you preserve the moments that make up your life. Journaling also helps reduce stress by giving your thoughts a place to go instead of letting them swirl endlessly in your mind. And that's important because chronic stress can take a toll on brain health over time. But perhaps the greatest gift of journaling is that it helps you hold on to something even more valuable than memories: your story. When you share those stories with your children, grandchildren, friends, or writing group, you're strengthening relationships, staying socially connected, and leaving behind a piece of yourself that no one else can tell. In the end, journaling isn't just about remembering your life. It's about continuing to live it with purpose, reflection, and connection. And that may be one of the greatest gifts you can give both your brain and the people you love. One day, those journal pages won't just remind you of your life. They'll remind the people you love who you were. And that's why journaling earns our #1 spot. If there's one message I hope you take away from today's video, it's this: retirement is a time of life when you have the freedom to grow in entirely new ways. Every new hobby, every new skill, and every new experience isn't just enriching your life. It's another investment in your brain health, your independence, and the years of adventure still ahead. Every time you challenge yourself to learn, create, solve a problem, or connect with others, you're giving your brain another reason to stay active and resilient. Now, we'd love to hear from you. Which of these 5 immersive hobbies are you excited to try first? Or is there another hobby that's helped keep your mind sharp over the years? Share it in the comments. You might inspire someone else to give it a try. If you found this video helpful, please consider subscribing. Every week, we share practical strategies to help you stay mentally sharp, physically healthy, and make the most of your retirement.